Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give all praises to the salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire and all truthfulness. And then also, I want to do live on this. Some I found on Twitter. Devils, they're viler than you have this devil, this Amalekite by the name of Zev Steinhardt, going back and forth with these brothers. And that's why I replied and said what I said. And let me look up that scripture. It's in Job chapter 30. You know, Esau is a profane man. Job chapter 30. Verse 8. They were children of fools, yet children of men. They were viler than the earth. You know, viler than the earth, man. You know, these devils, they're profane, man. They're outside the temple for a reason. Hebrews 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. No, that doesn't mean a so-called cuss word. It means outside the temple. And he's outside the temple for a reason, man. For a very good reason. You know, these devils, they're of the vine of Sodom. Deuteronomy 32, verse 32. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Verse 33, their wine is the poison of dragons, and the cruel venom of asps. You know, these devils, man, they're of the vine of Sodom, man, in the fields of Gomorrah. Their soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in them. Habakkuk 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the lust shall Salakia. But the just shall live by his faith. You know, their mind ain't right. That's why these devils, you know, they gotta go. You should want them to go down. You know, it's also shown by the Balenciaga scandal. You know, that's more evidence that these devils are viler than the earth. You know, Balenciaga, man. Like it said in on that bracelet. It said Balenciaga. This is Balenciaga selling fake babies with accessories that are covered in blood. Look. Look, the blood splattered. You saw the blood splattered on that shit. Look, blood. Viler than the earth. These are the people that are ruling because Balenciaga ain't canceled yet. You know, the people in charge of counseling, could it be that the people in charge of counseling are child sacrificing pedophiles? And it's true. That's exactly what they are. You know, they're the 48ers. Okay, something else in my profile. The 48ers, you know, they do the canceling. But yeah, this is the top designer for Balenciaga and Adidas, two companies that canceled fucking Satan worshiper. You know, there's Fashion Gate going on. It's called Fashion Gate. Got Marina Abramovic. You know, she's a witch. She's into the spirit cooking. You know, that Shedamite witch. Which, they're viler than the earth. They are viler than the earth. Yo, this is Ukrainian vote. This is what these people consider to be art. Viler than the earth. Who did any of this shit? Look at the type of demonic shit. Fucking pedophile shit. That this bitch, I'm gonna show you. That this bitch, Lotta Volkova, that she puts out. This Shedamite. Looking for Balenciaga and Adidas. The same people. The Talmud does mention that, and it condones it. Let's see if I got anything else. This shit. She's put her Instagram on private, but here's a few photos from that same bitch. Lotta Volkova, a thread on who's really behind the Balenciaga ads. This Edomite, she's had a relationship with an accused pedophile. And 3, we can only boycott Balenciaga philosophy. This is her, and there's a whole thread on it right here on my Twitter. I retweeted it. There's a whole thread. You know, this is sick pedophile shit that these devils like Prince Andrew, you know, him too. You For example, it's a lot of info. It's a lot of info. How got buried and and yeah, this is like Moloch. They're throwing it in Moloch. Yeah, this is what these people consider to be art. Their art through the ads, which leads me to some other scriptures. The gods of the Canaanites. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12. Sorry, that goes into something else. Verse 3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land. Verse 4, which thou hatest for doing the most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices. Verse 5, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and the feasts of blood. Verse 6, with the priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands, souls destitute of help. They were souls destitute of help. The parents would hand the children over to these priests that would sacrifice the babies to Moloch, strange rites, most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices. These Edomites, they going around doing the same shit. Raping and murdering these children. And that's what they're showing you in the Balenciaga ads. And the other ad campaign by Nike, which I showed earlier, showed the witches taking the kids shining. It's all being exposed. You devils are being exposed for the wicked that you are, man. How are the things of Esau searched out? Obadiah 1 verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hid things sought up? You devils are being exposed, man. Y'all can't hide. Y'all can't disguise yourself as an angel of light no more. Because the man of sin is being revealed. And it's you devils. As was prophesied in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which is Esau. You devils. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, or he is God. He is a power, sitteth in the temple of power Yahweh, showing himself that he is a power. And that's you devils, man. You think you can overtake the Most High, Yahweh. It's you same devils that are being exposed. Like it says in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of power Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the stars, mountain of the congregation, Salakia, in the sides of the north. Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. You're going to be brought down, you're being brought down. This is a part of you being brought down, you're being exposed for being these merciless murderers of children, for being the man of sin, for being the border of wickedness. You're being exposed for being Esau. And so you can't fool nobody into thinking that anyone in this day and age that believes you devils, something is wrong with their head. They're not all the way there because of all the information that is out. Nobody trusts you devils, man, because your own tongue has fallen upon you. That's Psalm 64. Verse 7. But power Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. All that see them shall flee away. Nobody is trusting you devils anymore. Nobody trusts you devils. Every aspect of your wickedness in every aspect of this society is being exposed as wicked, from the the music industry, the fashion industry, the banking industry has been exposed. These politicians, entertainment, just the entertainment industry. Hollywood. It's all being exposed, man. Your holidays being exposed as folly days and pagan and based off of lies. Everything about you devils and everything about this society that you set up, about this system that you set up, is being exposed as wicked. And so you devils can't hide no more. You're being made bare. Jeremiah 49:10 is the spirit that gets the right scripture. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. But the Most High Yahweh has made Esau bare, made you devils bare, exposed you. And your deception no longer working because shameful spewing is on your glory. Shameful spewing. Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. You know, what you take pride in, what you devils take pride in, like the entertainment industry, right? Well, all these industries, man, they're being exposed. Like Balenciaga is supposed to be this brand that is for rich people, and you know, you're balling if you have Balenciaga, you know, and it's supposed to be something that people look up to, but now it's being known for what? Pedophilia and Baal worship. Moloch worship. It's being known for that. About pedophilia and child sacrifice. It's being known for that now. Shameful spewing is on thy glory. This is the process of you devils going down, and you devils, you know, you're scared, being exposed on Twitter. You're about to now you're going after Twitter. You know, but that's all prophecy. That famine of the word, you know, that's prophecy. The Most High Yahweh is going to bring the famine of the word. So you devils, of course, you're going to be able to censor this truth, but only because, you know, eventually this is going to be illegal. That's how the famine of the word is going to be brought about. But, you know, it's stages to it. You know, you're going to shut down Twitter or force Twitter to be censored. You know, maybe it might come about that, you know, law will be passed, and they might do a false flag, then law will be passed where now they gotta censor all social media. Has to be censored now. Who knows how you're gonna do it? Who knows how this family of the word is gonna come about? But it's gonna come about, and it's a process. Because these devils, they move gradualism. They move using gradualism. But let me get Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith Lord Power Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land. Ultimately, it's the Most High Yahweh, the deceived and the deceiver is, right? I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. Verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east they shall run to and fro, to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. Verse 13, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Verse 14, they which is you 2/3, they that swear by the sin of Samaria, and say that God, O Dan, liveth, or that power, O Dan, liveth, and the manner of Beersheba liveth, even they shall fall and never rise up again. You know, you 2/3, you same 2/3. You won't have access to this wisdom, or this word which gives you wisdom. You know, we blinded now, and once the famine of the word comes, which is going to hit when the elect get sealed. You know, then shall the end come, right? Wait. Oh yeah, because the gospel is being preached to the whole world. Israelites trending on Twitter. Matthew 20 was trending on Twitter, you know, an example of that. Basically, a sign of that, I should say, my bad. A sign of that. Matthew 24, verse 14. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And then shall the end come. There's you devils, you know, you're being exposed, you're losing, taking the L. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Verse 13, and when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child, which that woman is Yasharallah, the Israelites. But what's going to happen when you roll? When you come in like a flood. Isaiah 59 verse 19. I'm going to get that in Revelation. Shows you coming in like a flood. From the serpent, verse 15, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Verse 16, and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. Because, you know, these beasts, nature, so-called nature, right? The earth basically the world shall fight with them against the unwise. That's Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 15. 15. Slakia. And 20, my bad. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with them against the unwise. And also in Job, verse 22, the destruction. Oh, verse 19, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yet in 7 shall no evil touch thee. Verse 20, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Verse 21, they shall be hid from the scourge of, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Verse 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Verse 23, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Come on, man. Right there at the point. Let me get Isaiah. Let me get that last verse. And thou shalt know, verse 24, and thou shalt know that the tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit the habitation and shall not sin. We're going to be delivered from that hour of temptation, when the devils come down with great wrath. Isaiah 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them. Verse 20, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from the transgression of Jacob, say Yahweh. Redeemer, that's Yahweh Shai. And let me get Zechariah 12 and 8. In that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them, and at that day shall be his David, and the house of David shall be his powers, as the angel of the Lord before them. Verse 9, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. Yeah, so you devils are through. Too through. You know, you're gonna think that you got it now. But guess what? Guess what? You devils are too through. Because at that moment, that's when the Most High Yahweh is going to send his son Yahweh Shai to intervene. Verse 22, Job chapter 20. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Verse 23, when he's about to fill his belly, power Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Flee from the iron weapon, these nukes. The bow of steel shall strike him through. You know, most of y'all are going to be taken out by these nukes, and also Yahweh Shai, you know, Superman is basically modeled after Yahweh Shai. Basically, his life story, when you look at it, you know, him being called Ka'el, where it's really Ka'el, all powerful. And you know, Yahweh Shai, he's the real Superman. But Superman, he's called a man of steel, right? The bow of steel shall strike him through. And also it's talking about the nukes. It's going to strike most of y'all devils. It's going to hit most of y'all devils going to die. Only the elites, the very elites, are going to survive. Verse 25, it is drawn and cometh out of the body, yet the glistening sword cometh out of his gall, terrors are upon him. Verse 26, all darkness shall be hid in the secret places, a fire not blown shall consume them. It shall go ill with them that is left in his tabernacle. Why? Slavery. Verse 27, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. That's what's going on. The heavens are revealing his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The heavens, the satellites in the heavens, right, that help keep the internet running. Look at it like that. And the earth shall rise up against. Also the heavens, Most High Yahweh, he is revealing these devils. He is exposing the Most High Yahweh, he that sitteth in the heavens. Verse 28, the increase of his house shall depart, and his good shall flow away in the day of his wrath. Going back to us. Verse 29, this is the portion of a wicked man from power Yahweh, and the heritage appointed unto him by power Yahweh. So you devils, you're not going to get the victory in the end. You're not going to get the W, but you're going to try. You're going to try. You're going to come down with great wrath because you're being exposed. You devils might just shut down the internet, might just do that. Because you're being exposed trying to go after Twitter. So you might just shut down the internet. Pull those blackouts. Wouldn't be surprised. But with that, that would. Yeah, but with that, I hope this live was edifying. I only give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Shalom, stay strong. Baba Ball. Death to Babylon. Abadla Adawamu. Death to these Edomites. Abadla Gawalian. Death to these other nations. Abadla Ayub Nunawa. Death to our enemies. The rest of them being 2/3. 2/3 of the so-called black people, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners here in Babylon, here in the States, and as well as here in North America, as well as among the Israelites scattered to the four corners of the earth, and among northern and southern tribes, so-called black people, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't live here in the States, here in North America, that live somewhere else. You have the wicked rebels among also enemies, Abala Ayala Nawa. Shalom, stay strong. Abba Babal, and Yasharallah forever. Shalom.